San Francisco, open your golden gate. You let no stranger wait outside your door. San Francisco, here is your wandering one saying, I'll wander no more. Other places only make me love you best. Tell me you're the heart of all the Golden West. San Francisco, welcome me home again. I'm coming home to go roaming no more.
Do the Charleston, ladies. Yo, what up? It's your boy Drew. That's right. Corp Fiction, Crypto Alchemist. You're officially in the summer of Drew. Even though I missed 3 days in a row. Blame my wife over that. Blame my wife. That's all I'm gonna say. Thanks for being here, everyone. I just had the spur of the moment idea. Yeah, it's your fault, woman. Don't come swanging that thing around here anymore. I'm working. I'm trying to get you a house, woman. um, I've seen this guy. I've seen this guy's channel. I've communicated with him a minimum amount of times, and I've really, truly meant to do a deep dive onto his channel. But each video is like an hour, bro. So I don't know how long we're going to be here tonight. Buckle up. But this is the channel called San Francisco Truth. If he's not beefing with Sanity Machine already, he will be. Trust me on that one. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of this dude or checked him out. And I've seen people in the comments say they thought it was a woman. I always thought it was a dude. I don't know why they thought it was a woman. The voice, maybe. Voice is a little weird, but I'm not sure. I didn't question it though. I thought it was a man. You know it's in San Francisco, don't you? But let's get in. I really don't know what to expect. You can see here, I haven't watched many, bro. I've seen this one. So he seems like he's just at a surface level to me. It seems like he's very Sanity Machine like. And then no offense to San Francisco Truth. As I get into it, maybe I'll change my mind. But just at a glance, I'm the only one with the only truth. I have the real truth. No one else on YouTube has the real truth type thing, which you see from a lot of other channels, and that becomes it's like its own trope almost. But San Francisco Truth is the woman. McNabb he said he was a guy because someone said that in a comment. I said I thought it was a guy, and then he responded saying it's a dude. But this is the channel. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. It's Fed coded. Beholder said, "What's up, Beholder? Good to see you." Let's pull this up here, man. Shout out to the chat. So this is his about. It says it's already good. In my opinion, this channel has been frozen by archaics. On of many avatars of the old dragon. Must be one of many avatars of the old dragon. So I can no longer post on YouTube anymore. However, most of my videos are on BitChute under the name. So this is totally some BitChute shit. I've seen it. This is like straight off of BitChute. That's the good shit, though. I miss the BitChute type shit. Okay, McNabb says 2 different people, similar names. Okay, San Francisco Hidden Truth is a different channel. Oh, okay. Maybe this is what's causing the confusion. What's that one? I'm going to pull that up next. Hold on. On BitChute there, I have over 250 videos. I'm part of a coalition of the 144K end-time messengers who are here to expose and imprison the old dragon. I am specifically stationed in San Francisco. Well, I wonder why. to cut the throat of the old dragon with God's sword. The original Blade Runner book of San Francisco is based on this channel. It's already good, bro. This is not normal truther channel. This channel deals with exposing the truther narratives as a secondary system of tiered lies for people who are smart enough to not believe the MSN. Well, that's similar to what my channel is, I would say. So I understand where he's coming from at that point right there. For real end time truth, please see my BitChute channel. You will need to Google BitChute and look up my channel in the search bar, as YouTube does not allow links to BitChute. Let me look up real quick before I get into this. The San Francisco hidden truth. What's the difference here? Is that another BitChute channel? Okay, San Francisco Advanced Hidden Truth. Is this a different channel? This is the same channel, dude. This is a different guy, or a different channel of the same guy. Let me hear the voice.
All truth people, be advised.
Yeah, this is the same dude. So this must be a second channel. That's not a woman. That's a man. Beholder says main character syndrome. Yellowhammer got the Rioter shirt today, dude. That's tight. Post a picture of it, bro. Like, go up on my Chalk Body page. You can hit that community tab, and now anyone can post on that community thing. Post it, even if you don't want to show like your face, or whatever, just post a picture of it, like on your couch or something, dude. That's tight. So this, yeah, look at no other channel has revealed as much sealed end time truth as this channel. AI is a lie, does not exist as described to us. I would kind of believe that. See, I feel like this person actually is just that, again, at a surface level, because I haven't gone into it yet. I feel like this person is like deeper than the surface level of most of these conspiracies. Obviously, way deeper than, you know, surface level of X Magatard or whatever, but like Twitter Magatard, I should say. But just on the titles alone and everything, like there is what Beholder said, the main character syndrome and everything. You know, there's good stuff on Archaics here, though. Let's get into it. I barely watched any of this. I'll start on this one, and then I'll go back to the other one. It's the same thing here too. Hidden truth about the two giants that make up the earth, Adam and Eve and their children, the 144K. Real hidden end time truth. The hidden truth of the time mind prison. Time as mother and father. My end time content comes solely from my visions and debunks the standard truth narratives and old fake truth narratives. Legal disclaimer: all views on this channel are not material fact. They're personal opinions based on my supernatural visions and experience as lifelong multi-generational truther, king of the truthers. He's got the crystal visions. This dude listening to Fleetwood Mac while he's sparking a joint before he goes to bed, for sure. Let's go to this one. I'll play one or two here. I'm probably gonna have to speed them up because they're so long, and then we're gonna go back to the other one, and we're definitely going to the BitChute. Strap in.
Also starring Michael Douglas.
San Francisco Truth Channel.
He's tagging Mag Truth. Mag Truth out here will eat this guy up. Who the fuck is this guy? San Francisco. You think this guy know truth? Bam. This guy don't know lick of truth.
With guest star Martin Sheen. Special guest star.
It's already funny, dude.
Wilcox Horn.
Okay, number one, just constructive criticism here to San Francisco Truth. I don't think he shows his face. I saw the first video I saw of him, he was like doing an Uber or something. Maybe not, but he was in the car. If I remember right, I thought he was doing an Uber or something. But show your face, dude. I know you look crazy, bro. That's just gonna bring in the views for sure. People want to see, people want that connection that you can't get that without showing the face.
Okay, so yeah, tonight's episode is called Brainwashed Truthers Find Out There Is No AI. So I've been saying this for a couple years now, And just living here and having had all these visions that I've had, I've seen that AI is not, it's an absolute hoax. It's it's one of the bigger lies ever told. I mean, one of the biggest lies, the lies about giants. And people being shrunken down. That's one of the biggest lies. The other
What? Hold on. I got to agree with him. That I agree with him there that AI it's an investor's thing. It's a hoax thing. It's literally Ask Jeeves on steroids. If you're old enough to remember Ask Jeeves, before you knew how to like Google terms like caveman talk, you just literally typed out Ask Jeeves a question and it sent you some links. Now it aggregates the links together and kind of spits out a answer to the question. That's all it is. It took 25 years to get there.
other lie is this AI.
It's not thinking though, like they're trying to tell you, or it's gonna think and take over shit.
So this is ancient technology. This is God's technology that's turned against God. It's trying to take over God. It's put God on trial.
Okay, it's definitely not God's technology. From my understanding of it, it's man's technology, and it is man trying to go to war with God. So we'll see if he kind of gets there. Maybe he's not saying it correctly. The way I'm saying it is it's man creating technology to create like a godhead, and all like God sees everything, knows everything at all times. They're trying to replicate that, a digital version of that has all the phones interlinked, everything, all your predictive patterns and everything, all your data. So it knows where you are. The phone checks the barometric pressure. It knows everything. It knows what floor you're on. It knows, and then even if you were to leave the phone, it knows where you've been and what your pattern is, so it can predict what you're doing. So it's like a false facsimile wannabe God.
It's Satan and Lucifer are claiming that they're in the beast system, are claiming they're more fit to run Earth than God, and they've put God on trial. But this is a living iron and clay technology it's feeding off of souls. It's soul. It's like dead souls, mixed with iron and clay. Okay, and it's harvesting souls and shrinking down the souls and harvesting them, and that's what this is. It's not AI.
Okay, I wouldn't say it's harvesting souls. I would say it's maybe unintentionally, or it's probably intentional. That one of the multifaceted purposes of it is to erode the human being's creativity. One of the last bastions of like a creative spirit. So kind of what he's saying, I kind of agree, but I would say it's just to obviously not right away, but over generations growing up. You grow up as a little kid nowadays and grow up with AI. You won't have to make a song. You won't have to do what I did in Ableton Live and learn how to do it all yourself and try to do it. Like I'm not good at it, but I like to do it. Like you'll just be able to kind of type something in. It's going to generate the song for you. You won't even need to do that.
So there it's if you look at it, where is the AI connected? It's all connected to all this stuff in this, San Francisco Peninsula, the biotech, the tech industry, and now the AI industry. And I'm going to show you that the three industries are, like everything else on this peninsula, serving to reanimate this giant. So the San Francisco Peninsula is a 250-mile tall, petrified giant, fallen giant.
This is where it just jumps to like, it seems really intelligent, and he has a somewhat firm grasp on the AI being a hoax, and then it just jumps into this San Francisco's a petrified giant. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, but I'm willing to hear it out, bro. Let's hear it out.
And laying on its side, and it's completely reanimated with this technology.
Why is the world's largest biotech company built on a silhouette of down? Well, you could even say like see, you can see a face in anything. You can see a face in the headlight of a car, or you could see Florida Peninsula. You could say that's the hair of Donald Trump's profile, like a mullet kind of going back down. You could read into and see this stuff into anything, especially face type things, because that's the first thing you kind of notice as a baby. I think you start to notice faces. That's why you could see a face in like the outlet, even on your wall or anything.
Inside of it, underground. And all these tech companies you see on top of the ground are fake companies. They were just fronts. There's no Sam Altman or Elon Musk or, Bill Gates or, Steve.
Who is that dude? He keeps showing like that it's him, that like dude in the cowboy hat.
Jobs. None of these people are real. They're just replicants made by this machine, this living, soul harvesting, soul gobbling machine.
Now, this is similar to what I say. It's just an actor, though. Why does it have to be a replicant, a cybernetic robot, or a clone, whatever? I'm not sure what you exactly mean, San Francisco Truth, by replicant, but you're on to this, I think. But it's just a Hollywood actor, in my opinion. It's just a wrestling type character. They just trot him out there, and it could even be like a guy in a mask or Hollywood prosthetics, whatever, right? Like Steve Jobs or whatever. If the original actor of Steve Jobs dies, they probably just trot out another one until they want Steve Jobs to die, and then they can just take that actor off the stage. You don't. Why would you need why would you need to build a cybernetic replicant? You could just pay some struggling Hollywood person that's desperate for money and fame.
So, I'm not. This isn't a normal channel. I'm not a truth channel. I'm here to dismantle the truther community.
Okay, that's exactly what Sandy Machine says too. I'm gonna quit interrupting and play it, but that's what Sandy Machine. He's like, I'm not a truther. I'm not a truther. That's what he's. It's just like super hot fire. You guys see that meme? The meme of that rapper, and then he raps, and all his friends go, oh, and they're jumping. It's like a rap battle. Super hot fire. He just keeps saying, I'm not a rapper though. I'm not a rapper though. I'm not a truther though. I'm not a truther.
To debunk the whole thing and tell you the whole thing has been created by this machine, by this beast system. The entire truth community is either part of the beast system. Most of the truthers, it's run by the beast system. Most of them are beast system puppets. They're cybernetic beings. And the ones that aren't have been co-opted to one degree or another, whether they realize it or not. And they're being used. The beast just rolls with it. If you come out and make a truth channel, it'll just deal with the situation, and it'll co-opt you and steer you as best it can. Some people are more moldable and manipulated easier, by the beast and money or whatever, trinkets or whatever, than others. But
hey, I agree with him here. Now, if you guys remember, long-time riders of the channel, remember there was this dude named Boru. Where's Boru? Boru, come back. This dude named Boru used to come around here. He would drop like hundreds. He'd be like, here's 100, here's 100. And I think it was if I was on like talking about some topic, basically like a Fed or something. Like if I was talking about a topic that I think they wanted me, or some rabbit holes they wanted me to go down or whatever, he would drop money or bots. Maybe it's just a bot, right, that comes in and feeds you money to kind of keep you down that path. And that's what I see with Andrew Wilson too. Like there's no way this guy Andrew Wilson's making just thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every fucking stream. There's no fucking way. They want him to talk about that and bring that stuff forward, even though I don't necessarily disagree with a lot of what he says. It could be just bots pushing him and to keep him on that track, or it's some kind of like organized like money laundering type thing to wash the money. It's a big hit to take 30%, or it's just like international, interstate money, basically Russian money or whatever, just being fed into that. So the 30% would really be nothing at that point. But I think anyone watching Wilson isn't paying to see him shout at horrors. Yeah, exactly. Like it's so surface level. Like no offense to him even, because he does have some good arguments, but nuclear family good, horrors bad, right? Like pretty hard to agree with or disagree with that. But I do think that they employ that to just tactics. You'll never know who it is or how it is. The creator themselves could not even be involved with that at all, but the money could come to continue to. And they understand, the creator understands. Well, I did this black fatigue stream and I made $300. Let me do another black fatigue or whatever works for them and generates more money, and they'll kind of experiment and they'll see where the money's coming from. They're going to keep leaning into that, and if that's what the system wants, that they can just push money into that channel, and the creator doesn't even really understand it's being manipulated.
The beast just co-opts you. So the whole truth, all of it, like the whole thing is a lie, and that's one of the things I'm here to tell you. And this is
real quick. I want to keep playing this, and I'm going to address this. Crumley says I added up his super chats one time during his live stream, and he was at $15,000 inside of 2 hours. No way, folks, give him that kind of cash. There's no fucking way, bro. I saw him do one where after he couldn't open the olive jar, he did a cope stream with like a little cast on his hand, like when Vince McMahon went to the trial with the neck brace. And this dude came on and got $9,000. It was like a 45-minute like chill stream. He was just kind of talking. $9,000 fucking dollars. Insane, bro. And he had it set to where you couldn't rewind it. I wanted to like screen cap it. There's no way. So it's either not real and he's just, maybe he gets some type of pay from someone and they were able to light that up somehow to just make it seem more successful than it is, or it's state money just being washed. And he is really getting, if he is, man, shit, more power to him.
Like I said, this isn't a normal channel. This is, this may piss people off, or, people think I'm crazy or delusional or grandiose, but I'm telling you, this, I know what I am. I know what I saw, and I know how important and big it is. And I'm telling you, this is the most important truth channel there is right now out there. And I'm not saying this because I want, people to follow me or notoriety or subs or anything. I'm never going to be monetized. I'm not monetized. I don't want subs. I don't, none of that. I'm just saying this to cut to the chase, to get.
I'm sending him $400 right now.
For the people who are serious and that are supposed to get this message, to get on with it, because I just can sense we don't have much time. So you're either going to get this or you're not, and this could be like the narrow road or whatever. But I'm not playing around. I don't want to play any little truth or games, and I don't, you know what I mean? So I'm either you believe me and you see what I'm saying is right, or you don't. That's fine. Either way, So that's the only reason I'm saying this. So it's for the people who do get this, to put it in perspective for those people. That's the only reason. I'm saying this for the people who do get what I'm saying, who see the importance of my message, to understand the urgency and how it's time to stop playing around with the rest of these truthers and just start band together and start talking about what's really going on.
Don't watch any other. Only watch San Francisco Truth. That's the only way you're gonna know what's happening in the world. Yeah, more Andrew Wilson. I'm definitely gonna do. I want to do a prepared video on Andrew, because I think I can lay out what's happening with Andrew Wilson, and it would generate a lot of rage engagement. His little fans would be like, "Oh, you're so jealous," and that's what you want when you're uploading these videos. Tons of engagement, good or bad.
Because it's like time for the next step kind of thing. That's the only reason I'm saying this. It's for you guys, And other than that, Dan Reiner, and he's not really posted anything, but him and I are the only people that have seen this kind of stuff, And so I know what I saw. So a lot of people will be like, oh, laugh. Oh, how he's still 1,000 subscribers. It's not, that's not how it works. And if you think about how backwards this system is, the real important channel would be like me, coming out saying something that's totally different, but makes sense. In fact, makes a lot more sense than what the rest of the truth people are saying. And it's tiny channel and not monetary.
Donald Trump's head on San Francisco Peninsula makes more sense than it's just a fucking actor. Okay, go on. Let's let him cook. Yeah, Andrew Wilson is the debate channel. Yeah, with the sharp teeth. Abraham Clark says that he's a vampire. He looks like it.
Isn't kissing your ass, trying to win your favor, just telling you how it is. That's what the real people are gonna, the real message is gonna sound like. But people want it to sound like the way that it's been presented to them since they were little kids on TV. They want a TV hero. They want a TV idol. They want, the Brady Bunch or Gilligan's Island or whatever generation, they want Britney Spears. They want, what I mean? They want an idol to worship, a truth or idol. I'm telling you, the whole thing is fake. You've been manipulated. The truth narrative is based on spiritual sickness. It's just Satan and Lucifer and the beast capitalizing on your weaknesses and your spiritual sicknesses.
Bam.
That's what the truth stuff is. So that's what I'm going to talk about. But, anyway, the stuff I've revealed is huge on this channel. And it should be viral. Like, I mean, in a real world that was like fair media, or even if there was a real truth community, it would be viral or trending in the truth community, and it's not.
Okay, he just said he doesn't want like recognition or subscribers, and they saying this should be viral. Okay, number one, I mean it when I say you have to show your face. There has to be don't worry if you're ugly or any. These people are like fucking goons or trolls in the chat. You'll be a handsome man compared to all these people that are watching you in the chat. Have you seen Cat I Am? Have you seen some of these people? That's how you're gonna make the connect. They human being has kind of like facial recognition technology, and they'll see you and notice you. That's why you notice those channels that have tons and like millions of subscribers, they'll have their face on the thumbnail and stuff, because you just instantly connect with that. Oh, I've seen that guy before. I might not have subscribed, but I've seen his video, or I've seen this guy in thumbnails suggested to me hundreds of times. I'm gonna finally give him a try. So
you got to think about that. If what I'm saying is true, and it is, I know it is, then this is, my claim's right. This is the most important channel, or the second most important. I think Dan Reiner, I wish he was still, talking on his videos, but I think
who's Dan Reiner? We're going to have to get into that one another day. Dan Reiner. I'm going to pull that up on another tab while this is cooking. I don't think I have enough wine for this guy. each video is an hour. Shit.
Some of this stuff was also what I'm saying, or maybe even beyond. So he claims he's Jesus. I don't know, but maybe an avatar of or something. But I don't really know. But I just know he saw something like what I saw, and I know it's serious. And so whatever, if you get ruffles your feathers, whatever, then just don't, get lost. I'm not looking for mass appeal. This message is for the people that God wants to hear it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm not going to explain it or coddle you or, and I'm not here to be, you're here to, not sounding arrogant, but you're here to learn from me. I'm going to show you what's going on with the Twitter stuff. So don't come with your tired old
I'm the
truth and try and
guru.
school me or break me off some science.
They all have this I'm the guru complex. Matt McKinley, Sanity Machine, RKX. I'm the guru. Not you, not this channel, not that channel. I'm the fucking guru.
Science, because I don't, we don't have time. We don't have time. This is the end days. We're in the fourth horse right now.
We don't have time, but I'm 10 minutes into the video and I haven't told you what it's about. I'm stammering and shit too much, bro. Get to the fucking point. Cut the video down to 10 minutes. Show your face. Let's go.
So no, you're not here to teach me anything. What you're going to find out is you're going to find out that I'm here to teach you, and you're going to find out all your truther shit's wrong. That's what you're going to find out.
All right.
And that you got hoaxed, by a secondary lie. So unless you, have a lot of humility and an open mind, a lot of you are going to be like, oh, screw that. I'm not giving up.
Yeah, that's where we were at on this channel like 6 years ago. Let's go.
My truther identity and my truther ego. So you guys can just go back and watch your fake truth and stroke your egos and smoke your truther crack pipe. But I'm not here to coddle you or help you. So either you take it or leave it. So that's the way it is. So
Miss Carrie with the $1.99. Thank you, appreciate you.
And we got people writing me they want me to coddle them and help them with their little fake truth or fantasies, and I'm not here to do that. So I'm here to tell you something really serious. And if you can get it, you get
tell
it. If
me.
you don't, then I can't help you.
Let's go.
That's it. End of story. Case closed. Okay, so let's get on with the video. Okay, keep an open mind. I hope you get this. So if that all sounds far-fetched to you, just think it through. This channel has actually.
What sound far-fetched? He hasn't said anything yet, other than he's there to smash the beast.
35,000 subscribers. It says it has 1,000. And we've seen that the numbers are, on the view counters on all these platforms are wrong. You see these people with 100,000 subscribers. They don't have 100,000 subscribers. They don't. They have, whatever, 20,000, a lot of them, or 10. And most of those subscribers are transhumans. They're cybernetic, fake truthers. They're cybernetic beings. 80 to 90% of the population is transhuman. They're robots, basically, living robots. And so, that's who follows these fake truth channels. And they don't want to hear what I have to say because, it goes against it's not going to, it's not going to resonate. Yeah, the beast sends a lot of them over to, farm content from me and stuff like that. But anyway, long story short.
Well, then why aren't their channels viral? Like you say, your channel should be viral. If the beast is sending people over to farm your content, then their content saying what you're saying should be viral. Right?
Just anybody that comes out with the real truth, they're not going to be the whole truther narrative is run by the beast system. The platforms are run by the beast system. These glass screens are poison. They're drugs. They're light and sound weapons. All these people that have the power to promote you in the truth community are they're not going to get near me. One, because I call them all out and I'm rough about it. You know what I mean? So even the nice ones are probably like, hope he doesn't, better stay out of that guy's path. So that's one reason. And the bigger reason is they're all cybernetic fake. They believe they're Canaanites. Okay. They believe they're Bagels and they're part of the Talmud promise and they're not going to promote what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So you hear anybody talking about what I'm saying, they might be real, but you won't hear anybody because nobody's going to, maybe later you will. I don't know, but
man, no offense. This is taking too long to get going. So I see this 55-minute video. Whatever he's trying to say, it could probably be a 10-minute video. Let me skip ahead and see if we can get to what he's talking about.
Believing in DARPA is like believing Disneyland is a real place. I mean, it is a real place, but it's a fake amusement park. And that's what DARPA is. It's a fake amusement park in a sense. It's a fake agency. And they just made DARPA. DARPA's just there because, first off, it tells you right to your face what it is. It's Satan, okay? DARPA is dark paw, dark paternal, dark father, Satan. There's a light father, the Red King, and then a dark father, okay? Satan. So, they're just telling you, these are just agencies that are made to mess with your head and laugh at you.
It's the dark paw, bro.
just the beast system telling you to your face.
Alan with the 5 says this guy has an ADD script for sure, 100% right. I think he just needs someone to rein him in. I need to reach out to this guy and bring him on because I think if he could have someone keep him on point, he definitely has some interesting ideas. And then every once in a while, it just seems to just fucking go way off in left field.
What it's doing, but people are too blind to see it. These are lyrical words too, by the way. It's the subliminal mind control words. DARPA, Dark Father. That's what it is. And CIA, same thing. There's no friggin' CIA. And they just made DARPA because CIA wore out its lyrical power. Nobody's really worried about the CIA anymore, so they had to bring up DARPA. And it's all just to make you believe that there's some agencies and some governments doing all this clandestine stuff. And it really isn't. It's the beast system. It's
the dark paw. It's your black father that left for cigarettes 40 years ago.
System that I showed you here in San Francisco. It runs the whole world. It's got its tentacles everywhere, underground, all across the ground, and above us in a fake dome, a fake, probably like Demon Hunter says, like a Sky Dome Atlantis type thing. I think he's probably right because he had visions about it, and in my experience,
What does this thing say here? It says
visions are right.
I can't see what it says because in my opinion, Demon Hunter channel on BitChute. Is that the guy that's after Sandy Machine? Demon Hunter? Wasn't that guy's name? Oh, that was Demon Slayer. Sorry to ask my co-host wife over here sitting on the couch. But he says Demon Hunter on BitChute. I'm gonna have to look into that one too. Dan Reiner and Demon Hunter on BitChute.
I think everything else he says is right, like his reposts, but I think that part's kind of right. But unfortunately, he got a lot of it from Nick.
Can I get an AI synopsis of this or what? Holy shit. I'm an hour into the stream. This guy hasn't said anything.
In 1968, which I think that he's a shill. But so yeah, they have these dogs and they have all this scary stuff and Dark Father Satan, DARPA,
They don't have the dogs, dude. They do have, I guess they do have a prototype thing. That's not some shit they could mass produce though.
And Sabrina Wallace in the white paper. This is just stuff to keep the truthers scared and confused and keep them away from the real truth of the Bible, actually. You know what I mean? To keep them believing this is new technology. Keep them believing there's a such thing as AI. Keep them believing that there's governments that are doing all this evil work and there's elites behind them. There's no elites and governments doing this. There's a beast system. The beast system is behind all this. And it uses these smokescreen covers, DARPA and the elites and the Rothschilds to confuse you and give you a scapegoat to hide it. Just think about it. If it didn't make DARPA and the CIA and the Rothschilds and Bretton Woods and BlackRock and the 15-minute city and all this other stuff in your mind, you would start to think about the devil in the beast system. And you start to wonder, where the hell is it? And you start to say, well, wait a minute. I see where the beast system's coming from, because if you look at all the evil stuff, it's all coming from the San Francisco Peninsula. And you start to go, yeah, guess what? All the biotech comes out of the neck of this giant. See, look.
But is it the tech that's evil, or is the human being just worldwide making the wrong choices? You can blame the tech all you want, but the human being has to make the choice, right?
All the AI is up in its frontal lobe and its skull right here. The voice box is YouTube. You go down to YouTube and see it's built like a DARPA or CIA headquarters, but it's supposedly a video tech company. And you start to see, all the tech industry is in the belly of the beast. The biotech is in its throat.
Yo, since he's talking about YouTube, can I take this moment to shout out YouTube? First, they cut me a fat check this month. Then for the second time in 2 weeks, they sent me a $15 coupon to fucking Chipotle. See what I'm saying? How they can corral these truthers to do something, and then you just give me some Chipotle, bro. Summer Drew, I'll be here all summer. Just keep sending the Chipotle, YouTube. I'm here for you.
Oh, the AI is up here, and you start to go, why is all that? What is this? And you start to see the beast system, and then you realize this is the old dragon with you see the lamb.
Okay, you see the beast system when you do that, dude. Not everyone else is gonna look at that and see that. Like, he just thinks that because he sees it, everyone else is gonna see it.
Icons right here. You see the eye, Mount Diablo, the devil's eye. The Indians called it the devil. They knew what it was. This was called Drake's Bay, Dragon's Bay. Duh. You see Lucifer over here holding the torch. You set the the spikes on his head.
I'm not seeing that. See, he says he's seeing that. I'm not seeing that. You gotta Bring that shit in MS Paint and draw it out or something, because I'm not seeing that, dude.
And you start to realize this is the dragon that commanded people to make an image of this is the beast with the sword wound. And you start to see this is what the Bible's talking about. And this is where all the evil is coming from.
And if anyone says like I'm shitting on this guy's idea or I couldn't possibly understand it or something, we did a stream in 2020 about the entire North American continent being an actual dragon, and the mouth is open at Newfoundland and spitting out fire. You look at the flag in Newfoundland and everything. So don't think this is something I could not possibly understand or something. Maybe you're not thinking big enough, San Francisco Truth.
That's why they make stupid DARPA. There's no DARPA units. Stop listening to Whitney Webb and Sabrina Wallace and all these other people, because if they start talking about DARPA and the Rothschilds and all this, and the elites and the controllers, just turn them off. You don't have time. This is end days. You don't have time for fake truth anymore.
So they can't talk about DARPA or Rothschilds or any of that, but he can say just blame it all on tech, and that's fine.
You need to get into the real truth. Okay. This is the real truth. This is Revelation 13. You need to figure out what the hell is going on in Revelation 13. You need to understand what the mark of the beast is that's already been issued. And you need to get your shit together because you're running out of time. So stop playing around with these fake truthers. They're not going to learn anything. And it's an addiction. It's all lyrical lies made from a supercomputer located here. This is Lucifer connected to the beast with the head wound and Satan. And they're the AI. This is why the AI is coming from the brain of San Francisco. This is where the AI comes from. It's not AI. It's not artificial. It's the artificial technology that has reanimated this beast. It's Trump's blood, just like he tweeted. You see what I'm saying? So this is the real beast system. This is the real Bible. So these truthers they're just selling you an addiction to the glass screen. That there's.
I see. He might be interesting if you had him on, because then I could say, explain that more. What do you mean this is the Bible? You gotta unpack that one, brother. I'm gonna go back to the first channel there. This one taking too long to get there, but I have a feeling that's gonna be a common theme on his videos. This dude's all over the place. Like Denise said, no other channel has revealed more truth, end times truth, AI hoax, Trump is the beast, biotech replicants. The one I'm looking for here, where's the one with the NBA? He had one about not Carl. What's the dude's name? Anthony Edwards is like the devil or something from the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I meant to watch it. I don't see it here anymore. It might be on his BitChute. So I'm going to play another one. I'm going to try to find that one. I bet it's on his BitChute or something.
Okay, San Francisco Truth Channel. Let's do another video.
Here we go. We're going to get the real truth about the Georgia Guides. Only from San Francisco Truth. You can find out what happened to the Georgia Guidestones.
So we're going to talk about this fake truther clickbait, the Georgia Guidestones. And you got every truther making videos about it and talking about it. And I don't think any of them really put two and two together and figured out what it's about. But I'll tell you what I think in a minute here. But so... and I want to ask you, if you watch my video, what do you guys think? Do you think it's possible that I broke a more groundbreaking truth? Their domes are getting smaller and they're shrinking the people. This is a band from early punk band from the late 70s called the Dickies. This song's Gigantor. And they have a record called The Incredible Shrinking Dickies too. Just think about it.
Okay, if this dude's a punk, I've discerned that punks are liberals. So is this dude a liberal?
So are things getting shrunk down or what? What's going on here, people?
Can we discern anything from his apartment here? Can we get any glimpses? Is there a Starfire den in the closet? What's back there? Looks like he's just got like a mattress on the floor or something. Is that it's like a gaming chair and a mattress on the floor, I think. Maybe not even a full mattress. It looks like it's just like a little pad or something.
This thing moving or what? So that's the Dickies, the Gigantor song. So I'll play some more maybe later in the video. But I don't understand why is this thing not playing? What's going on here? So,
Damn, I can't find the Anthony Edwards
maybe we're better
video.
off with the smaller screen. So anyway, so there you go, people. This is the Georgia Guidestones, and all the truthers are all up in arms, and they're trying to figure out what it's about. Of course, every truther, this is the sign of a fake truther. They tell you they got all the answers, you know, and then you look at what they say, and it doesn't really make sense. And it's all dovetailed in with the main.
Every other truther says they have all the answers. That's how you know they're fake. But I have all the motherfucking answers. Dude's nuts, bro. You got any comment, wife, about this guy? She's just laughing.
Mainstream media. And I mean, why is this on the mainstream media and the truthers are getting all up in arms about it? Well, because the truthers are a branch, an offshoot of the security firewall gate that is the mainstream media. Did you get that? So I'm telling you, the mainstream media is a mind prison, and the truth community is a secondary mind prison for people who were too smart to get caught up in the first mind prison. And the truth community has different tiers, different prison level tiers. So you got your real low level tier like Alex Jones, and then Stu Peters, and for the Stu Peter truthers, that's why he's called Stu Peter. They're not playing around. It's a coded name.
Yeah, we've talked about that here maybe 4 years ago about Stu Peters, stupiders. My wife said Land of the Blind in a San Francisco Truth cage match. Let's book it. Schizomania. Let's create a whole card. Schizomania. Debates between these people. Fucking gold. Yeah, San Francisco Truth. So far, I don't think you're as far down the rabbit hole as you think you are. You are pretty far, to be honest. I don't want to totally shit on you, but a lot of these ideas were ideas we've discussed. And even Matt McKinley, Quantum Conscience channel, has talked about these ideas for years and years, since before the pandemic.
And then you get up to the mid-level, like Richie from Boston and Russian vids. They're like, stupid, but not as stupid as Stu Peters.
The mid-carders. Russian vid's a mid-carder. He a gatekeeper.
And it just goes up from there. And like I showed you, you get up to the Council of 13 truthers like James Colbert, and there are a lot more higher truth content. So, so like I say, I only like three truth channels.
Where's the EBT on that car? Is he the upper mid-carder? He's not quite the upper echelon. He's just the upper mid-carder.
Now, the big ones anyway. I like the little ones, but I always shout out to my influence. The whole reason I started my channel is because of the Mag Truth. The reason I started making videos. But anyway, the Mag Truth would say, "What the hell's up with this foggy UFO video?"
Yeah,
right.
Fucking Bigfoot video here. You think that's a real car, people? Fucking CGI. Bam. So even Mag Truth showed his face after a while.
So this is just garbage, people. It's just mainstream media garbage. It's all bullshit,
Yeah, and they never supposedly caught the people that did this. Like, obviously, if it's real, they could have easily pinged the cell phone towers or whatever and figured out who this was, figured out that car.
And
it was Barron Trump for sure, time traveling. Blew that shit up.
Obviously, it's a hoax. But what I'm going to show you is it's part of the simulation. It's part of the Matrix scripted reality. And basically, I don't know if a lot of people understand this, but let's see if we can find some pictures of the Georgia Guidestones.
Hold on now. What can we discern about this guy here? Let's see. He got big fat sausage fingers. Let's see. Looks like an old hand. Hand's got some age. If it was a woman, it'd be wearing gloves.
Look, the Georgia Guidestones were put there.
I mean, How smart is this guy? He's using an apple. Come on.
To freak you out. They were put there for the truth community. Okay, I keep trying to explain
I
to
agree.
you people
I
that
agree.
the truthers are it's a fake trap. It's
Yo, Silent Juice says he sounds like Jello Biafra. I'm gonna pull him up. That's fucking funny, dude.
the mainstream media with a spin on it. You know, like, look, it's like, you guys ever heard of PBS, public broadcasting? Well, what is it? It's for people who realize that the mainstream NBC and ABC are trash, so they give them something that's a little more palatable. It's like people who realize McDonald's and Burger King is poison, so they give you something a little better. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't see this, you know? So they've got a lot of security gates, and this is one of them, okay? This whole thing, this Georgia Guidestones is all a big...
If you don't know Jello Biafra, I know you've seen a dead Kennedy shirt in your day.
Dropped it a hat for president of the 2000 election. Lard is my project with the ministry guys. I've done some with DOA and the Melvins, Mojo Nixon. No means no. And now I'm rocking the world.
Does Jello have like a fucking small little pad on the floor? Turn that camera around.
With my new band, which, God, can I do some product placement here? I can. Yes, Jello Biafra and the Guantanamo School of Medicine.
And Guantanamo. This is who it is, bro. It's Jello Biafra Troll, San Francisco Truth. Where does Jello live?
Vinyl, everybody, complete with this lovely picture. White people and the damage done. You know, never waste an album title.
Where does he live? Does he live in San Francisco? Born in Boulder. Where does he live, though? The AI will tell me. Where does he live? Come on, AI. His residence is in the Bay Area. Damn. Bam. Wake the fuck up, people. You think there's a real truther, people? Eating out the devil's pot. Bam.
Part of this scripted simulation. Here's the deal about what it is, people, is it's all symbolism in the scripted reality. It's a game with real players, and when the real players act, certain things happen. Okay, they're playing out the script. Okay, and so what this is the Georgia Guidestones are 666 miles away from the UN headquarters. Okay, let's look at the UN headquarters. United Nations. Okay, here we go. I was looking at it earlier. All right, let's look at what it says about the United Nations, people. United Nations is an intergovernmental organization's purpose are to maintain international peace and security, develop friendly nations among nations, achieve international cooperation, and be a center of harmonizing actions. And here's the other thing I'm going to point. And again, a lot of you narrow-minded knee-jerk truthers are going to think I'm making this up because I'm from San Francisco and I'm like partial or, you know, whatever, regional. This has nothing to do with regional. I'm telling you, San Francisco is the head of Lilith. It's the center of the beast system. And few people can have God's eyes and can see that I'm not fucking around. And it's serious, okay? And so anyway, but look, right there, another thing, like I told you, there's a lot of things about San Francisco, all the devil agenda. Where did it start? San Francisco. Why? Because this is the beast in Revelation 13.
All right, man, this guy just takes too long, bro. I'd like to hear is that he needs to be like contained. This guy needs like a shock collar. Gotta get this guy an invisible fence and let him know when he's like straying out of bounds where he's going here. Here's his bitch shoot. I'm the first person to reveal that the beast system's true location is centered in San Francisco Bay Area. Inside massive petrified giants. Oh my God, I'm not reading all this. Okay, let's see. This old dragon's tail reaches to Los Angeles, third of the fallen angels, where the old dragon swept away a third of the angels to LA. In Hollywood, there are a third of the fallen angels spoke of in the Bible. My family has been in the so-called truth community as far back as I know, over 5+ generations. Damn, his grandfather was an original like moon landing denier. We have known hidden truth about giants, paranormal powers, underworld. And I met this guy grew up in the see what happens. And this shit is so mainstream now. You're gonna raise your kids in this type of information, and they're gonna grow up like this. Crazy. Do not take my content without my permission, and those with my permission need to credit the content to me or not use it. If you use my content without my permission, I will prosecute. So the whole system's evil, but if you play my video, I'm gonna call the system on you. Has any other channel revealed as much end times as this channel? Well, according to you, no. Here's got Jason. Let's see. This got Jason on the cover here. From RKX. Fake Truthers Who Took the Mark of the Beast. Jabs. All right, let's get the computer aids from BitChute. Reminds me of Kazaa. Oh, man. Look at all these ads, bro.
Like fraud that it is. And I've seen a lot of stuff and visions. Take it or leave it. I don't care if you believe me. And it's like, Akashic records or whatever. I see things. And this is the beast system. This is
You
where
seeing shit, dog.
I've seen Genentech is where the juice came. The warp speed juice came out of Genentech, the oldest biotech company, shaped in the, silhouette of Donald Trump. I've seen the world is two. Adam and Eve are the 7 continents. They're 2 giants. Adam and Eve make up the whole world. And 2 babies, Australia and Iceland. And I've seen a lot of stuff. And no other truth channels revealed as many groundbreaking things as this channel. Not even close. But the channel's shadow banned, small. So you just got to keep an open mind. If you want to hold on to your truth or narrative, you're not going to make it. And this is the end time truth is going to start coming out from people like me. Now,
once this guy hits the panels, it's over, bro. He's going to be 24/7 on panels like Sanity Machine.
Now, in the end days, all that old truth before the end days, before the, the lockdowns, that's fake truth. And this is what I'm telling you is the end time truth, the sealed end time truth. The real truth is revealed.
All right. Go 20 minutes in before he gets to where he's going.
How do you cite without spending a dime on ammo or even going?
They got BitChute Premium. They got that shit.
Than a $3 bill, man. Prison sodomite took the juice, and you're gonna see a lot of these guys go down. That's just watch. So these guys are all these big mid-level. They're gonna start falling. So just watch, and then you'll turn to the more supposedly authentic ones and go, oh yeah, well they're real. They didn't take it. The beast system is smarter than people give it credit. A lot smarter. The people are the truthers are the dumb ones, not the beast. The beast is pretty smart. The truthers are dumb. Look, the guy is what, 48? Like, why? You know what I mean? Oh, man. This is another one, and there's a lot of them, there's a whole lot of them that have taken 4 eyes, and then is my blood. And he left that up for 2 hours. So, and he took the juice. So
he started with McKinley. We all know McKinley. We covered that here. We know McKinley. Rolled that sleeve up.
99.9% of the channels are run 25 through.
Come on, bro. Get to the point.
Always right. Always. They're 100% accurate.
Wait, what is
truth channels? So, but the visions, and I'm telling you, the visions are always right. Always. They're 100% accurate. So this archaic.
So when he hallucinates, it's 100% accurate.
Man, he's going back to prison. Okay, so.
Yeah, we need to stick Rochelo after this deal. How about Rochelo versus San Francisco Truth? We need to have like Schizomania King of the Ring. 8 guys, 1-on-1 battle tournament. Winner advances to the next round. Winner take all. Get a statin prescription for the winner.
Now Archaix is editing out his coughs. So here, I showed you, he's basically coughing like every, 5 minutes or every 3 or 4 minutes. He has some weird cough.
Every 138 seconds.
Now, and it's getting worse. And then I made the video showing him coughing and saying he had, a warp speed cough and he took the juice and that kind of thing, and showed him on an air ventilator or whatever, air tank, because he's ended up in the hospital several times. But now what he's doing since I exposed him on the video, he's like clipping the coughs out of his video. So check this out.
It's all the mold from all those fucking old ass books in his studio. He's got mold in his lungs from fucking 1838 books. That old lady send them their family heirloom books.
It's at 125 on this video he put out. So watch.
Forced to leave Spain. So
Do you see that? He edited out the sound of his cough. I'm telling you, so crazy, man. And then he takes a drink after he coughs. He takes a drink of bourbon coffee. What?
It's bourbon coffee. Yeah.
He's looking for that coffee, for the bourbon to like fix his cough. But I'm telling you, after seeing what happened to this,
I see the San Francisco Truth guy heavy in Tartarian's Truth comment. I think San Francisco Truth hates fucking Archaics so bad. He's after Archaics.
quantum consciousness, day before yesterday, he ended up in the hospital with a blood clot in his lungs, and we all know where those blood clots are coming from. And this quantum consciousness is just like Archaics. He's another big grifting transhuman fake truther, YouTuber, and so he probably, I don't know who makes more money, but they're both raking in a lot of money. I mean, Jason's making a ton of money. He's got people. Some of these people have a lot of money. A lot of retired people.
I definitely seen Jason once. He pulled up. I don't know if it was an accident or if it was a flex. He pulled up his YouTube studio once, and you could see in the past 28 days it shows you what you made, and his number was over $10,000, and that was just from the YouTube video super chats and stuff like that. And he's also got like the buy me a coffees, the PayPals. He sells shirts. He sells books. Jason makes money. That's why it just bewilders me the guy doesn't have just a simple mic like I have. You get a $20 mic, dude.
Just giving them all their, life savings, basically, If you look at his demographic, they're all older people, like in their 60s and older, 70s, I'd say 50s to 70s or something. So authentic truther, like Stu Peters. Stu Peters is an obvious Canaanite, but everybody was calling him Stu, the J word. And everybody knew, you could see his hook nose, and we all knew he was what he was. So now he rebranded himself, and he's like this rabid bagel Canaanite, I'm going to say the J word.
I saw a clip about Stu Peters, like blaming the Jew and Israel for everything that happened with Donald Trump bombing the thing. And that's exactly what I talked about on the last stream I did on my main channel, Talk About It. As I said, it's to manufacture that type of reaction. So whether Stu Peters is knowingly part of that, or that's how people really feel. And I think that's what the bombing of Iran and Trump doing the dirty work for Israel, that's all about getting the heat on Israel and Netanyahu. The two B-2 bombers, for the two B-2s for Bibi, with the bunker busters, big beautiful Bill back better. It's all fuckery.
But it's pretty funny, But Archaics, like, he's always talking about the Jays now, and he never gets in trouble. If I said that, my channel it'd be gone in like a day, if I said the stuff that he says, on YouTube. So it's like, and it'd be his people that did it. But this is the devil. This is how it works. I'm not
Archaics is the devil.
I'm just telling you that's how it is. So anyway, let's play him again. Watch. See, he edited out the sound. And then he takes a drink. But to me, he's a transhuman fake Canaanite. He believes he's part of the Talmud promise, but he's not. They're cyborgs, and they're gonna get, when it's all said and done, they're gonna dispose of these people or shut them down in the road coming up, and just.
I don't have San Francisco Truth's permission. I'm gonna get served papers tomorrow when I'm at work. Let's do one more, man. Let's do one more. We're not even at an hour yet. I was looking for the damn Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves is Satan video. I don't know if he took that one down, or am I just not seeing it? Let me look one more time on the YouTube one, because I'm from Minnesota. I was interested in that one. He left a post one time that said he's looking for a truther from Minnesota. I said, that's me, dog. And then later he said, no, it was Stu Peters. And Stu Peters, I know, what is from Minnesota. He was part of this thing called the Tony Fly Show. It was on KDWB. He was a part of that, and now it's crazy to see that he's some huge, like, alt-right influencer, or whatever you want to call it. Where's the damn Anthony Edwards video? See, these are all like a month ago. He must have took it down, or maybe YouTube took it down. Maybe he was showing NBA clips or something. Dang, that's the one I wanted to review when I was here. That's the one I've been meaning to go back to. Whack. It's not, I don't even see it on the BitChute. Gold-blooded giants. Donald J. Duck rides the white horse. Let's go. We're running into this one.
Big retailers don't want you to have this.
Even I'm gonna play the ad again. Even the thumbnails are like the even the thumbnails are like the schizo thoughts in his mind. It's like he can't stay on track. Look at this thumbnail. There's just like fucking 50 things happening on this thumbnail. It's just how he talks too. It's just like weaving the story. It's just every fucking direction.
Ivermectin was the boogeyman drug during COVID. Couldn't talk about it, couldn't get it anywhere, even though it was known to be an antiviral, antimicrobial, antiparasitic medicine. I first found
Why is that chick in a hotel?
out about ivermectin in
Dreams do come true. As a stay-at-home mother of 2 wonderful children, I was always looking for a legitimate way to make my
Why is that chick in the hotel? What happened? Damn it. Did I click the wrong fucking thing?
Healthcare should be simple, not a constant battle with red tape, restrictions, and shortages, right? You shouldn't have to jump through hoops to get the medications you need. That's why you have to check out All Family Pharmacy. They believe in your right to choose and make it easy.
What's up? Whoa. Whoa. What's up, obese tuna? Good to see you. All right. I'm just going right to 20 minutes. That's how long it takes them to get going, I think.
Swollen legs aren't the problem. They might.
Damn it.
Edema
Another
symptoms.
ad.
What looks like just
Damn.
fluffy, tired legs might be something deeper. Edema
Come from books or videos. It comes from visions. That's how the end times truth is going to be revealed. Okay, so good luck. Over now. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, so here it is. January or February 2025, and the truthers are finally realizing that Trump is the Antichrist, and that he's the guy riding the white horse. And they still, even though they came out right out and told you to your face, RFK comes out to your face and tells you he's the Antichrist on the white horse.
He's riding the white horse, and then he shows Trump next to that woman wearing white. Is that what are you implying there? San Francisco truth, SF
Of course,
truth.
they still don't even know who the white horse is, and they still can't put 2 and 2 together. It's like I tell you guys this stuff, and because it's not in the truth narrative, and it isn't what the devil's lying churches, 501c 666 churches told you just won't listen to me. That's what it is. I am telling you right now, every single thing that I've said on my channel will come to pass, to be shown to the elect. They will see every single thing on my channel has been 100% true. I see visions, and the visions are never wrong, And you say, oh, no, this guy said you were programmed to never believe.
It's similar to the Mandela effect. Like my 5-year-old memory that's from 45 years ago could never possibly be wrong. So the Mandela effect's true. This guy's like, my visions could never possibly, my hallucination could never possibly be wrong.
Believe in a guy that sees visions, and the devil knew that I was coming. The devil knew that the end time messengers was coming, and he made fraudulent seers and fraudulent prophets for thousands of years so that you would discount us when we finally did show up. And that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happened here. And I was told my grandmother's a seer, and she told me this would happen. She told me I had her eyes. She told me I would see all this stuff, and she told me that people wouldn't believe me, and it would be really frustrating. But so here's Trump. Let's watch this Antichrist 45. Whatever, his channel's good or whatever. But to be honest, I already showed you guys. He's taking all of his content from Brother James Key, Brother James Key saw that Brother James Key is unmonetized, and he's got a YouTube channel for like 9 or 10 years where he's been talking about Trump as the Antichrist. He knew Trump was the Antichrist 9 years ago. And this guy, Antichrist 45, was a follower of his channel, and he kind of, maybe kind of sleazy in a way, I don't know. He really.
Yeah, the problem with Trump being the Antichrist is that everyone would have to love him. I've been on record saying I think they're going to try to flip the libs to love him and stuff, and get like a majority of people to love him. But I think when that happens, you'll see like his hardcore base will see through that and not love him anymore. So I don't think they could get everyone to love him like the Antichrist would be.
Realized, well, hey, this information is worth a lot of money. So he made a monetized channel and started, selling Brother James Key's material. And he's probably made a lot of good living off of it. Just like Archaics is trying to do to me. Archaics is he's just stealing all my, style, my content, my everything. He's just stealing it and selling it,
Archaics is selling this guy's style. Is that what he's saying? Is that what he just said?
And so that's what happens. Stealing all my, style, my content.
Hold on.
Just like Archaics is trying to do to me. Archaics is he's just stealing all my, style, my content, my everything. He's just stealing it and selling it. And so.
Yeah, the style is nothing like Archaics. The ideas talked about are nothing like Archaics. I'm not down with Archaics. I'm not some Archaics fanboy. I think this guy's delusional to say Archaics is stealing his content and style. 2 completely different ideals, different information. different deliveries.
Oh, that's what happens. But you know, it doesn't really matter. I mean, God sees all of this, and the people that are trying to, like, you know, make money off of videos, they're gonna burn like a mofo. So I don't really care. You know, our case.
A mofo.
Actually, I do. Just to let you know, you do not have permission to steal my content. You stole a lot of my content. So much federal and state trouble. Your head is going to spin on your neck. You will not believe what you have to. And mark my words, every single thing I've said has been true about you, and everything I predicted about you, I see it. I see it in visions. I already know you and Don are going to be in so much legal trouble. You do not understand. But anyway, back off of that stupid.
Okay, you don't need to have visions to know Archaics is going to go back into fucking prison and get into more legal trouble. You don't need a vision for that. It's fucking common sense, dude. I said that the first time I saw this guy. This guy's headed right back in there. It's all he knows. It's his entire life. It's his identity. Of course he's going to fucking go back in there.
Kicks topic, but let's watch this video, okay? So all the call for uprising and Demon Hunter and this Antichrist 45, they're all finally realizing that, you know, Trump is the Antichrist. But
in case you didn't hear it, there was an interesting comment by RFK Jr. in a speech he made after being confirmed as Secretary of Health and Human Services. Here's the part I'm referring to.
For 20 years, I'm up every morning on my knees and pray that God would put me in a position where I can end the childhood and chronic disease epidemic in this country. On August 23rd of last year, God sent me President Trump. President Trump has promised that he's going to restore America's strength. But we can't be a strong nation if we have a weak citizenry. If people are sick, 60% of our people are sick. 70%
come on, get to the point.
As President Trump mentioned, our children are not qualified for military service.
Yo,
And we need a man.
this guy saying get to the point. That's fucking rich, dude. Let me rewind that.
Our people are sick.
Come on, get to the point.
As President Trump mentioned, our children do not qualify for military service. And we
Yo, Beast Tuna with a £5 super sticker. Appreciate you, Obese Tuna. Rest in peace, Davy Crocco.
need a man on a white horse now.
Kennedy's reference to Trump as a man on a white horse is rather interesting from a biblical perspective.
Okay, so like I said, this Antichrist 45, you should go. I already showed you Brother James Key's channel. It's 10 years old. He's been talking about Trump as the Antichrist. And basically, you know, this Antichrist 45 channel just takes his content word for word, polishes it up a little bit, sanitizes it for sale, and then puts it out, and then he makes some kind of money off of it. You know, so this is what happens. The real truthers are always, you know, there's always some.
And a lot of people too, though, have been saying Trump's the anti. Isn't that Garros whole thing? Jurassic liars. Trump is the Antichrist. Like a lot of people have made that play. Trump and Obama both like Antichrist energies that you could play into it and read into it however you wanted to, and pin either one of them as an Antichrist.
Satanically run grifter behind them that comes in and you know, shines up their material, waters it down, and twists it around a little bit and sells it. You know.
Well, let's skip ahead here. Might get another ad here. Jen Paskey is the red horse. That's hilarious.
But this just kind of, in a way, if you stop and think about it, this proves that these are giants. Because why would this app not spin around to show this face and this body? Why is it? It'll spin any way but this one particular way. It's just kind of, you know.
Let's rewind that.
I think it's programmed that way.
Oh.
Get this thing to the. And so you can't show it, you know. It's just so irritating. Oh my god, it's like really hard to get this thing back.
Let's go back a little bit here.
Restaurant or mom and pop store. That's what it is. It's this woman and her husband. Her husband's over here. Let's look at. You know, they just friggin' map is so irritating. But here's why we're here. There's his genitals right here. I showed this in a video a long time ago. But there's his penis goes inside. And there's the little urine thing. I'll show the diagram. And then.
Damn, that's just like mud fossils, dude. That everything's like a petrified Titan vagina. Oh no, I clicked out and I gotta hit the ads again. Dang it. Dang it.
How to instantly find and back up every photo and video. No tech skills required. How to instantly find and back up every photo and video. No tech skills required.
Here he is. Here he is up here. Oh my god. You know, everything to do with computers is just evil. So anytime you try and show this stuff, it's
computers are evil, but not people though.
Back, and so you can't show it. You know, it's just so irritating. Oh my god, it's like really hard to get this thing to the right spot. It'll go anywhere but the right spot. You know, it's just like, and I think
this dude's trying to look at some dick, dog. He's from San Francisco. He's trying to look at some dick, some Titan dick. Fucking worldwide scale here.
It's the beast.
Sus, bro.
It makes things like this through its little, you know, puppets. This is as good as I could get it, but there's his jaw. Okay, there's his face. I'll have to get a better view. And his neck going down here. But yeah,
And there's this dick. There's this dick and balls. Look.
this doesn't show it. I've got my computer upside down. But this just kind of, in a way, if you stop and think about it,
Dude's got the whole computer upside down to show you.
this proves that these are giants. Because why would this app not spin around to show this face and this body?
That's the proof. That's the proof. It's a giant's penis.
Why is it? It'll spin any way, but this one particular way. Why is it like that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because they know somebody might look at it for a second that has an open mind and go, wait, that looks like a guy's head and his jaw. You know. So let me see if I can fix this. Okay, so there's the skull. Okay, so this is
Totally not seeing it, bro.
like its eyes right here, its nose. See it? It's a skull, and there's a skull coming down. Here's its jaw. These are called the Florida Keys, and they're teeth. This is the jawbone hanging down. You have to realize these things went through. You know, they're ancient and they're like petrified, probably in some kind of a flash frozen type. You know, something we're not even aware of. It's not plasma apocalypse. You can just discount everything you've seen on a big YouTube channel. Sorry, J Dreamers, but I mean, it's not that. You know, it's something is petrifying these beings.
Wait, he's trying to say amazing Polly is Mia's new pair of glasses. What the fuck? Let me look that up while he's talking.
And a periodic cataclysmic event, and then life reemerges, and it's been shrunken down. So these beings were shrunken down. You know, these are my parents, and it's probably been every 50,000 years they get shrunk, or every 2,000 years they get shrunken down, and they're now this 6 feet tall. But originally they were hundreds of miles, thousands of miles tall. You know, so they've gone from 4,000 miles tall to 2,000 miles tall to 1,000 miles tall, to a couple miles and half a mile tall to 20 feet tall, like that, periodically. And that's why you see all these different size giants, throughout history. And that's why we have photos and even films of giants that are like 7, 8 feet tall. And here in San Francisco, actually all over the world, the doorways in the older architecture are built for people who are like about 8 feet tall, 8 or 9 feet tall. And there's a lot of photos of these guys around the turn of the century that were 7, 8, 9 feet tall. And all the ceilings, here we got a lot of buildings with 18-foot, 15-foot ceilings. Why would they need that? And the windows too, you can't even, some of the windows are so high, some short people can't even reach up to open them because they were made for taller people. This is why everyone is confused, and they don't understand religions, they don't understand science, they don't understand, history, and they don't understand the Bible, because they're working off the framework that we've always been the same size, and we just haven't, we've been shrunken down. And so there's like its nipple right there. See, this is all its shoulder.
See the nipple?
Right here, its back, and then it goes up, and then, there's its buttocks right here. Okay, funny thing, I was just listening to myself on the video talking about the 4 horses, and I make this turn here onto the street, 20th or 19th, I don't know, yeah. And this bar.
And look,
so
there's a horse
bar, whatever.
On the mural.
If you check it out, I was talking about the 4 horses, and if you check it out, there they are, right there on the side of this bar. There's your white horse, see her, with a little dog in the blow dryer, see her? And then there's your black horse right there in the middle. And there's your red horse, see it? And where's the...
They painted like Bratz dolls on the building. Like, that's the white horse, the black horse, and the red horse. See it? See Meg the Stallion there? That's Meg the Stallion. It's a horse.
Pale horse. I was like, I guess it's just 3 horses. Oops, there's the pale horse up there in the window. Look at her. See the pale green thing on her hair? See her pale green hair? Pale skin?
Sus, bro.
So there's your 4 horses, and chances are the person who drew this didn't even realize they were drawing the 4 horses. They're just a cybernetic B system controlled artist, and they just drew this, although I mean, I know who owns this bar, and they are, Canaanites, so it is possible they knew what they were drawing.
Canaanites own the shitty bar that he's going to pick up Uber Eats from. Put the 4 horses on there looking like Bratz dolls. Just fuck with them. He's picking up his Uber Eats order. Oh, man. So that's our boy here, San Francisco Truth. I'm going to have to fucking shut it down. It's just too much to get into. Too long of videos. Constructive criticism to San Francisco Truth. Show your face. Get to the point. Compress the video down to 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes even. Too much to sift through to get to what you're talking about. Definitely some interesting ideas. I would like to hear more about it. It's hard because he kind of just goes off in tangents in every which way. San Francisco Truth, reach out to me if you'd like to come on. I would love to talk to you and chop it up and help try to keep your ideas on track and ask you, when it's time to unpack some stuff, because you're kind of assuming everyone's thinking like you. and like you're like, well, I see this giant here. Clearly you see this giant. What we need you to unpack that a little more. If you're willing, man, hit me up, Drew at chalkbodyoutline.com or just chalkbodyoutline@gmail. Hit me up, bro. I'd love to set up a StreamYard with you. We could chop it up. I don't have any animosity or anything. I do think it's interesting. This is the type of stuff I watch like in my own free time for entertainment and stuff. So I'm kind of clowning on you here, but it is interesting. And if you would like to take me up on that, bro, hit me up. Otherwise, thanks to everyone that was here, man. I appreciate everyone's time. I'll be back tomorrow. Summer of Drew 2025. Go order your rider shirt right here. Your rider shirt. I'm going to drop the link in the comments. I appreciate everyone's time. And peace out.